Welcome back students to the favorite channel Easy Chemistry. I'm sorry my friends as the break has been a little longer, but before a couple of days when I was going through the academic calendar for the year, मैंने देखा 4 मई को नीट के एग्जाम्स हैं. So then मैंने सोचा कि मेरे स्टूडेंट्स वेट कर रहे होंगे because नीट is the exam we study for, is the exam which all of us want to compete. So, my dear students, like previous years, we will again be starting our batch for the preparation of NEET exams for the year 2025. As you know that chemistry हम में से बहुत सारे भाई बंधुओं के लिए it is still a nightmare, wherein the night before the exams we have butterflies in our stomach. So your friend and teacher Kushal is back again with some ways of learning chemistry which will be easy because we don't believe in memorizing chemistry. History can be memorized, chemistry cannot be. So my dear students, when we are starting a new batch, it means that we need to start from zero. So today we'll just be having a small class about the basic of chemistry or the origin of chemistry, which is called as atomic structure. So बच्चों, atom as we all must know till now is the smallest and indivisible particle of the universe. You must have heard in your prior classes that Dalton or Darwin had given a theory of relativity and survivor is necessary in this entire universe. However, Dalton has given us a theory on atomic structure or energy realignment. We have always heard that energy cannot be created nor destroyed, it can only be realigned. This is the basic on which our entire chemistry is based. हमारे आने वाले classes में we will see how on this one rule the entire subject is based. However, for now, we need to understand that atoms are the smallest particle present in the universe, and atoms are made up of further neutrons, protons and electrons. Electrons were the only particle which carried charges. There was a time when the researchers of that period or of that era used to behave and believe that the charge carrier is only the electron, and proton and neutrons are lazy people who just lie dormant in the nucleus of the atom. While we are continuing with this lecture today, I would also want to remind you, my dear students, that the charge carrying electrons have a both particulate and a wave property. This was proved by many chemists who came after Dalton and Darwin. The atomic model which was given by J.J. Thomson was also regarded as a plum model or a pudding model. It should be very clear to you by the word that we are using, the plum model or the pudding model, because while we all know what the plum is, प्लम में जो सबसे अंदर उसकी सीड होती है that is covered by a very sweet outer layer. Similarly, in case of Thomson, what he said was the neutrons and the protons are protected and are covered by the electrons which are rotating and revolving on their own trajectory, also known as orbitals, alongside with the protonic force. J.J. Thomson also said, he also emphasized on the fact that the orbits or the orbitals in which the electrons are traveling are not circular in shape, but they are elliptical in shape, similar to the ones in which our Mother Earth revolves. Coming back to the similarity, the orbitals and the orbit of the planet Earth are similar because, like Earth, rotates around the Sun and Earth also revolves around its own axis. Similarly, electrons in the outermost shell, they rotate around the protons and the nucleons to manage the centrifugal force of the atomic structure But at the same time, electrons are also rotating around its own axis to maintain the balance of the centrifugal and the centripetal force. Keeping this in mind, we also must understand that the electronic charge to mass ratio is 1.78 into 10 raised to power minus 28. What I mean by this term, charge to mass ratio, I would be taking it on in detail in the next class. However, going by this current statement, it means that the weight of one electron is proportional to 1.78 into 10 raised to power minus 28 joule of charge that it carries. However, J.J. Thomson was unable to establish the relationship between these kinds of postulates of his theory for the atoms which were having a higher atomic mass as compared to the ones which had a lower atomic mass.